In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. Dear friends and fellows in Pakistan and abroad, very few of us are living a satisfied life. Overwhelming majority of us are not. Overwhelming majority of us are quite dissatisfied with our lives. And the reason behind this satisfaction is that we are found comparing ourselves and our life with the other people, with those people who are ahead of us as far the amenities in the life is concerned, as for the bank balance, as for the assets are concerned, as for the amenities in the life are concerned, as for the luxuries of life are concerned, as for the influence in the society is concerned, as for certain other similar things are concerned. We people are looking upon the lives of those people who are having more than us, rather who are having much more than us. That is the reason we are living a very much dissatisfied life. Even if there are fewer people ahead of us and many more people behind us, yet we do compare ourselves, yet we do focus upon the lives of those people who are better than us. And also, the trouble is that once we are gaining a bit of money, once we are moving forward, as far our social status is concerned, as far our ranking in the society is concerned, the more we do gain, the more we do achieve, the more we change our contact. We try to change our contacts. We are trying to distance ourselves from the people who were closer to us maybe in the past, but if at all they are not having enough money, if at all they are not moving forward, if at all they are not developing at a good pace, we do leave them. We try to disassociate ourselves from those people, and we are trying to associate ourselves with those people. We are trying to associate ourselves with those people who are better than us, who are developing at a faster pace, because we want to find ourselves amongst those people who are more developed, who are developing at a good speed. We are of the view that if at all we are associating and attaching ourselves with the people who are having more money, more influence, more popularity, or more luxuries of life, we too will be having more of it, or at least we will be getting certain benefits out of this association. And as for our contacts, as for our association with the people who are not as good as we are, as for our contacts, as for our association, as for our attachment with those people is concerned who are not who could not develop properly, who could not develop well, we are of the view that maybe they will drag us behind. They will not be helping us move forward, rather they will be dragging us behind. Maybe they will be found seeking favors from us which we don't want to give to those people. That is the reason that we are trying to detach ourselves. We are trying to create a kind of distance from those people who are weaker than us, who are not as good as we are, who could not develop well in the past few decades or years or so. This is the trouble. And once we are found comparing ourselves, our life, with the lives of those people who are having more amenities and more luxuries of life, who are having more influence in the society, who are having who are having well connected, with the people of power, with the people of wealth, with the people of influence, with the people of fame. So that is the reason that we do feel quite dissatisfied. We are living a very much unhappy life. This is the reason behind our unhappy life. And if at all we do want to switch over from a kind of dissatisfaction and being dissatisfied with our life, to being satisfied with our life up to great extent, if at all we do want to do this, we need to change our perspective then. We need to change our perspective then. We need to remember that we were not having whatever we are having today. I mean, if at all, few years back or few decades back, we were not having the kind of luxuries, the kind of so-called influence or popularity or power, whatever leverage in the society, our place in the society, our ranking in the society, whatever we are having today, we were not having it in the past. And we have actually achieved more in the past few years, in the past few decades. And if at all we have achieved, and if at all we have achieved considerably well, I think there is no reason to be dissatisfied at all. And if even suppose for a minute that we could not develop financially, materially, then too I think there is no reason to be dissatisfied with our life at all. Why? Because I think so there is every reason to be happy, there is every reason to be dissatisfied with our life. As long as we are alive, the most precious thing ever. What is the most precious thing ever in the life? The most precious thing ever is that we are alive today and we are not dead. We are alive, we are living. That is the reason to be happy, and that is the great reason to be satisfied. And then after once having if at all we are alive, then after that if we need to be healthy. And if at all Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us a good health, if at all we are able to walk on our own feet, if at all we are not physically dependent upon the other people, I think this is the greater wealth than anything else. If at all there is someone who flies in one's own planes, if at all there is a person who flies in one's own plane but cannot walk on one's own feet, I think she is not so lucky person at all. And there is every reason for him or her to be dissatisfied with their life. And if at all you are walking on your own feet, you are alive, and you are as much healthy, or at least you are having a kind of health that you are able to walk on your own feet. You are able to do the things with your own hands. If at all your hands and your feet are working, your legs are working, your arms are working, you can see, you can listen well, you can smell well, you can talk well. I think you need to be satisfied, you need to be happy with your life. We need to be happy with a life like this one. Stop being dissatisfied, stop being unhappy, start gratitude, be grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala whatever we are possessing,